Hi guys, this is Latinelta FPL. Welcome back to my channel for more FPL content. In this video, I will show you the results for game week 3 and our plans for game week 4. So let's look at our game week here, and we have from our defense line, we have clean sheet outgoing here and there. Lots of clean sheet points from Trent Alexander-Arnold, where the Reds took advantage of a poor Chelsea and their mistakes and came out with the 2 win, aided by the horrible performance from Kepa. And believe me, that goalkeeper looks in trouble. Another goalkeeper that does not look in trouble at all, it looks actually delivering some surprise points, was McCarthy, delivering the clean sheet points from our backline, which to be honest, I didn't expect much there just because I had Duane and Mitchell that were cheap, and Justin was playing Manchester City, which actually Castagna impressed me so far because he had points on the board. So looking at our backline, we got 16 points from 5 players. I mean, 3 points on average. It could have been better, so it definitely could have been worse, like last week where I got a -2 from Megan. So it's an okay outing, and believe me, this week was an entirely bad week for everyone. So let's take a look at our midfield. When honestly, just it was just blank. James Rodriguez went blank. Salah got an assist in there, but it's just basically one of those weeks that just nothing panned out. I basically got Heung-min Son on my team. He got substituted at halftime with an injury, so Son might be away for a few weeks. And honestly, after that 4 goal outing, everybody's expecting to deliver. For looking at our midfield line, 8 points only. There was literally nothing there. But for Sonaldo, could it be mental tactics by the special one? Who knows? But believe me, it was very disappointing to say the least. I mean, 16 points from our backline to 8 points from our midfield is just looking bleak. So, I mean, it's just one of those unlucky days. So now let's take a look at some notes here from James Rodriguez. To be fair, James Rodriguez was again a masterclass from the midfield. The issue here is that for fantasy purposes, it just this time just didn't work out. Honestly, if it was hockey and where secondary assists do count, James Rodriguez will be in everyone's team. Why? Because he always seems to deliver the perfect pass before the assist, like the pass that he got on Coleman for the assist for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, perfect, inch perfect. The assist that he got against West Bromwich Albion to Richarlison, which passed it on to the side of the net, which Dominic Calvert-Lewin just had to tap it in. Another secondary assist. So it just showed Rodriguez is just the creator on the team, but sometimes that might not result in FPL points. So keep that in mind. Again, promising stuff from the Colombian superstar. Hopefully he does not get injured as the Colombian starts the World Cup qualifiers after the Brighton game in the FIFA international break. So just keep that in mind. Here we got 25 points, which looks like a low key week. But look at our front line, honestly. It's just a week to forget. With Mitrovic going blank, Werner blank, with the captain Arben, Martial going blank. And honestly, the most disappointing pick for me was definitely Martial. Like, Martial could have done so much more like in that team. And honestly, against Brighton, like, what the heck happening there? Like, Manchester United is the only team that can overturn full-time whistle. Like, for me, from the classics, full-time whistle, that's it, it's over. They actually overturned that and got a penalty decision thanks to VAR. And obviously, penalty merchant Penandes scored. But like, what's wrong? What's wrong with that? Like, that should not happen, to be honest. They should put a rule that once it's full time whistle, that's it. You cannot argue anything else. And for me, that was just bizarre. Like, just wait, one word to call it, just bizarre. Like, what the heck? And at least, well, given the nature of this week, just bizarre points everywhere. Not many people can tell that they got a good week. I mean, my points were 33, an average of 43, just because you can tell it's like a low scoring week for mostly everyone. My total for this year is going to be 138, so which I have a lot of ground to definitely make up for it. And well, a arrow down of 3.8 million, but this is going to be a rank. Now, the only good news in here so far, keeping the same positive attitude, how my chips available makes me so glad. I have my free hit, my triple captain, and my wild card, the war class wild card. Yes, believe me, I did not go like a crazy maniac thinking this is Pokemon. No, dude, I did not use my wild card. Some people like they'll use two or three chips already, and they some of them they just didn't get the best picks. They want to reset the season already. So I got news for you, Paul. Too bad. Too bad for you, son. So, I mean, it happens. There's a lot of ground to make up, but I'm excited because this season, with new coaches and different details, it looks very promising. So, believe me, this is not a sprint to run. This is a marathon, okay? So, this is not a race. Keep that in mind. Always be positive. And the detail here on my team is like, well, if Werner's not going to score, I look for someone else. In any case here, at this time, we're gonna look for more details here. Guess what that is? Yes, it's our Eagle Watch. Our Eagle Watch sets our place to keep an eye on. So let's look at our next detail. Of course, the players on fire. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, which by the time this video is out, this guy scored a hat trick on the another hat trick in the EFL Cup. And this guy is crazy on fire. We told you once you have James Rodriguez as a magician behind the line, the attacking players from Everton are definitely gonna deliver. And oh boy, Dominic Calvert-Lewin is just getting all the opportunities he can and is definitely shining so far. All right, and there's more information to come on Dominic, but my second set of players to watch is gonna be the Lampard Shuffle. What that is Mason Mount and Tammy Abraham. I'm thinking that due to Werner not scoring, he's using Werner as a left wing. Keep that in mind. So I think Lampard is still trying to figure out how to use his team. I think now he's gonna go for his known assets. I'm like, if ain't broken, why fix it? He might wanna go that way. I mean, he hasn't figured out a way, but Mount for me seems to handle the team better than Havertz, in my opinion. He might go as a holding striker like Abraham as in the Giroud role, but believe me, Abraham is a lot more mobile. Okay, so let's see how it pans out for me. That's gonna be a little prediction there. But the second one is gonna be my wild pick here to score. Yes, William. So why do you pick William? William got shot down by the Liverpool squad. So believe me, he's gonna came out with a vengeance. And well, for me, he's gonna score or assist in the next game. For me, he's gonna go off. I don't think he's in anyone's radar. So let's see how it pans out. That's gonna be my pick for the week. And now, let's check out some notes here. Guess what do you think? Yes, a tip for this season. Calm down the bandwagons. Look what happens with Human Son. Like for me, it was just a thing to forget. But keep in mind, there's this season. There's a lot of games coming up. A lot of games coming up in there because the teams that are in European competitions. Oh boy, they got a big season. A lot of games crammed together, and it's gonna be really tough. I mean, so far Everton is not with European competitions. So far, I mean, next year I think they have the talent to make it. But in this one, I don't know. It's up to you, man. Do you want to pick Calvert Lewin? Go ahead, because everybody is catching this guy on fire after he just earned his England call up at the time of this video. So if you want to go for it, man. But believe me, after the international break, they got Liverpool on a crazy Merseyside derby, and it's gonna be intense. So you want to keep an eye on that, okay? So now for our more news transfer news in the market. Manchester City have picked up Ruben Diaz from Benfica, and we have news that also one of the cheapest strikers in the fantasy Premier League has arrived as a blade now. Yes, Ryan Brewster was picked up from Sheffield United in a deal worth £23.5 million. And good luck to Brewster with as a blade now. And I think he's a dark horse because believe me, Sheffield United attack is just awful. Like my goal rate cannot score in a rainbow. Like I mean, in a big ass open net, and it's bad because Sheffield desperately need goals, and I think this guy is gonna deliver and his price. Bruce is definitely worth keeping an eye on as a side note in there. And at the same time, I don't blame you. You're gonna go for that Dominic Caberlo in bandwagon. So good luck with that, my friend. So for our next part of the video, we got the plans for game week 4 and our notes from game week 3, where honestly, after that sound defeat by Manchester City, I'm sure Kevin De Bruyne is going to be swinging against the Leeds. And for me, I had to make a tough decision between Martial and Werner. I decided to go and take a Werner for Jimenez. For me, it was tough. For me, I like Werner. For me, he was set to set the Premier League on fire, man. But I guess so far hasn't been yet the case. So I decided to go for Jimenez. My question right now is: should I switch Werner? Well, I already did, so switch Werner for Jimenez. But my only question is gonna be to take that minus for hit to change Marshall for Ings. Ings to be have a look to score in a promising fixture against West Bromwich Albion, which have one of the worst defenses on the league this season. So I'm sure I might regret if I don't bring Ings into the team, but I might want to see this one out. Let's see how it pans out. But I'm sure that, yes, you guessed it, Kevin De Bruyne is gonna be set to destroy Leeds, man. That's why I'm like, you know why he's gonna set to destroy them, and I think there's gonna be a guy that I'm gonna keep and give the Arban to. I'm gonna give the Arban to De Bruyne. He's for me, he owes that game that he actually goes insane and scores, gets penalties, and I think he's gonna get that. He's gonna be that destructive force that we know KDB is capable of being. So yeah, I think that's gonna be for now. So now we got some details. Okay, so we got some news. What is that? Yes. So far, it seems to have been confirmed that Sadio Mane is gonna be unavailable for the Villa game. Okay, so he has to tested positive here for COVID-19. So I hope obviously he gets better. He's a great player, and he's gonna be now forced to isolate. He's not gonna be available for the next 14 days against. And he will not travel to play against Morocco and Mauritania, and he seems to be that the player will most likely be available for the Merseyside derby, which is gonna be a crazy good game with Thiago. Which is also isolated with COVID-19 like symptoms. So let's see how it pans out. It looks like a promising fixture, and honestly, this season looks more and more interesting. Uh, Thank you so much for watching my video. Please leave a like and subscribe for more FPL content. Those have been my tips so far. So this is Latin of the FPL. I'm out.